A stunning multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, and record producer, Paul Buskirk's somewhat accidental foray into the tenor banjo has inspired and influenced several generations of fans and players of the often maligned instrument. In his gifted hands, the banjo becomes a natural fit in any kind of music, from pop to Broadway to classics, all presented in Buskirk's unique and recognizable style. Born in Parkersburg, West Virginia, Paul Buskirk grew up as part of a musical yet poverty-stricken Appalachian mountain family, often walking to school with no shoes. As if to be a fortuitous conduit from the mountains, young Paul was given a mandolin and by literally burning the midnight oil along with tunes on the radio, had become proficient enough to join the Buskirk family band as they hit the road to play music with traveling medicine shows. During the 1930s, Paul added the guitar and fiddle to his arsenal while graduating from his family band to stints with the Light Crust Doughboys and Cowboy Copas before settling in what would eventually become his adopted home state of Texas in 1939. That first stay, however, was short-lived. After his military service during World War II, Paul got a call from Johnny and Jack asking him to join them at the Grand Ole Opry, and with that, both Paul's life and country music were changed forever. Establishing himself as one of the few mandolin players in the 1940s to challenge Bill Monroe's preeminence, actually developing a new way of playing the instrument, Buskirk performed with country legends such as Lefty Frizzell, Tex Ritter, Eddie Arnold, Ray Price, Roy Acuff, and countless others. However, it was Gene Austin's suggestion that he apply his awesome mandolin technique to the tenor banjo that kick-started Paul Buskirk's banjo journey. Returning to Texas in the 1950s as a godfather in the state's vibrant music scene, Paul's unique and extraordinary tenor banjo style gave a new voice to the instrument, which through his recordings and countless personal appearances also created a legion of new fans and devotees. Among these was iconic guitarist and record producer Chet Atkins, who later invited Buskirk and his banjo to Nashville to join the RCA Orchestra and Chorus as a lead instrument in the now legendary Banjo But Beautiful LP recording. Among his Texas-based musical endeavors, Paul opened a music store near Houston, where he befriended an aspiring musician and clean-cut disc jockey named Willie Nelson. After hiring Nelson as a guitar teacher, keeping him just one lesson ahead of his students, Buskirk and Willie developed what would become a lifelong friendship. When the struggling young Nelson needed money, he would often sell the rights to one of his original songs to Paul for next to nothing. Among these songs, Family Bible and Nightlife have both gone on to become country music classics, with Buskirk sharing in both the writing credits as well as the royalties. The bond between Buskirk and Nelson was never stronger than in the early 1980s when Willie asked Paul to produce his Somewhere Over the Rainbow CD.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
During production, Nelson casually told Buskirk that he would be receiving 1/3 of the profits from the project. Because of that one selfless gesture, Paul was able to build his first permanent home, to which he affixed a plaque reading, "The House That Willie Built."
Why can't I?
Although professing to be too old for the business, the feisty Buskirk remained active into the late 1990s, recording one parting project with Willie Nelson entitled Nacogdoches in 1997. When Paul Buskirk passed away in 2002, the acoustic music community lost one of its heroes, but nowhere was that loss felt more than in the world of the tenor banjo. During his lifetime, Paul Buskirk's instantly identifiable sound and style changed the way the tenor banjo was heard, played, and perceived. And today, through his recordings and the countless banjo players he inspired, that amazing legacy lives on. I have to assume Paul Buskirk would be very, very pleased. And to accept on behalf of a beloved family member, please welcome Mr. Ed Buskirk.
I didn't know I was supposed to say anything tonight, so it's going to be real quick, but I do want to thank Johnny and Taylor for lending your talent to represent Paul's talent. It's appreciated by the entire Buskirk family, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.